Hello and welcome to Steve's Vintage Model Builds. How are you all doing today? Hope everybody's well. I am. Just returned from a little excursion over to the mainland. Had a medical procedure done. Everything's fine. Everything turned out great. And I came back and there was something on the porch. So anyways, I did a couple Porsche reviews recently. And I have this three-tier. It's nice. It's wooden. 3 tiers, 4 if you count the top. All nicely painted with backdrops. Plexiglass all around. Well, on the 3 sides, and it's frosted now, but that just peels right off. I just I just put it away. I just took it off the one, and yeah, and so these ones are frosted. So anyways, yeah, so got the 3-tier display case there, and the 2 Porsches, and so I was kind of looking around for something else, and I think the only Porsche was like Leighton Hall, the Leighton Hall one. The only Porsche that I was really interested in, and it was like 80. It was Fujimi, and it was like $80 with $30 shipping. So I'm gonna wait on that. Anyways, so I got something else instead. But yeah, I wanted to show that, and we'll put these back on. And I don't know. This was I don't know. It was about $50, whatever. But it's good and solid, and it'd be great for smaller ones too. Like Hot Wheel size, or whatever. Yeah. So, but it's basically for 1/24. And I have a bit of a connection to today's subject, personal connection, and which I'll get into later. But before that, we begin with a mini rant. So I ordered this kit through Amazon, and it was about $56 and change Canadian, which is about, I don't know, $11 US. And this is what landed on my porch. Now, as Peter Oxley would say, of all the stupid. What were they thinking? Anyways, yeah, this is pretty disappointing. Tamiya is well known for its box art, and this is a beautiful, it's signed Okamoto, and it's a beautiful picture, which will be in the thumbnail. But I mean, seriously, look at this. I mean, not even one of the cheap Amazon gray envelopes, for heaven's sake. And then and there's this too. I mean, what is this? What is that? Exactly, what is that? Okay, well, I mean, this was busted too, although the other ones here were, yeah, with the usual Tamiya tape. Now, I get it, and, well, I don't get it. To me, this is just absolute laziness and just not giving a rat's butt about what you're doing. You just slap the label on and send it out. So, I mean, I build the kits and then I put the box away. I don't care. All right. Some people put it on the shelf and display the box, either forever or, excuse me, after the kit's built. Some people might use it as a backdrop for for the shelf or whatever. Anyways, so anyways, and I've had this problem with Amazon before. I don't think this was Amazon. I think this was these guys, Intelcom, which is now Dragonfly, which is a company. They do deliveries and some sort of logistics and. But anyways, I mean, this is just thoughtless. I mean, come on, right? I mean, sure. I mean, you might say, well, $56 isn't a lot of money, but I want the picture on the box for $56. Okay. So, anyways, that's the end of it. What can you do? I left a seller feedback thing. Basically saying, come on, guys. But anyways, yeah. One time I complained about it to Amazon directly, and they actually gave me some kind of refund. I think they gave me $15 or something off. So, which is very nice. But I'm not fishing for refunds. I mean, I want this to change. I suppose I could send it back. But then the same thing might happen all over again, for heaven's sake, or it might be out of stock, or whatever the case. Anyways, so but it's just it's a crying shame, and you've got the Lotus logo here, and on this hasn't been damaged, but and you've got the Lotus official with the little hologrammy thingy, and then Watanabe tires, and well, first of all, let's back up a bit. It's Tamiya catalog number 24358. It's a 124 scale Lotus Europa Special, which was exclusive, I believe, to 1972, the 1972 model. This one was produced actually, let me see here. Where does it say here? I know I saw it. Yeah, made in Japan. Yeah. So, anyways, yeah. So, okay. So, a really cool car. As you can see, that's a good example of it. So, anyways, yeah, my little connection to it was I had a school friend, a buddy in school, junior high, I think it was. Anyways, grade 9, grade 10, something along those lines. Anyways, and his father owned one of these. And of course, it was the coolest car in the neighborhood. There weren't a lot of cool cars in the neighborhood. My dad had a Corvair. There were a few MGs and MGBs. And there was a 240Z. But that was pretty much it. I mean, I grew up in the suburbs. It was family sedan land. So, anyways, yeah. So, although my dad, we had a Dodge Dart. We also had a Ford Granada. What a dog. Anyways, so okay. So here we go. We have also a photo etch on this. They get the metal funnels, and we'll see it all. And they give different paint schemes here. So all will be revealed as the box is opened. So, as always, we get these very helpful and handy Tamiya tech tips. Uh, if you're a beginner or even a novice, it's very helpful. I use them to line the bottom of boxes for little spray paint jobs. But they're really handy. Okay, so here we go. Oh, and this was tooled in 1999. And yeah, I'm not going to say much about the car. There's a nice write-up that Tamiya has done. Originally they were Renault engines, but then they later on in this model they had Ford dual overhead cam engines, and then later they had a big valve or a wide valve or something like that. So, anyways, they were legitimate sports cars. Okay, so we're going to start with this. We've got the wheel hubs, and this is the spoiler assembly here, and looks like yeah, the spoiler assembly and the wheel hubs. The wheel hubs, there's no flash on anything. The quality of plastic looks fine. There's a little smudgy flaw here, but it's on the underside. No, it's on the upper side. But that could easily be buffed, or painted over. I'm going to do the black one because that's my friend's father's was the black one. And but it didn't have the spoiler, so I don't think I'm going to use the spoiler anyways. So there you go. I'm going to build it up like he had it. And as Tamiya does with many of these things, it's a multicolor thing. So if you just want to build her up and put it on the shelf, there you go. And I will, it's you can see this so well. I'm not going to take it out. But yeah, again, absolutely no flash whatsoever. Lovely detail on the steering wheel. We've got independent shocks here, or springs, but then these ones are molded in. And I did the Lotus 7. I had a bad time with the paint job. That's why I haven't shown it on the nose cone. But yeah, Tamiya does a good job. These wheels may end up turning. I don't know. But yeah, they do a good job with the front suspension and stuff on these kind of kits. And like I said again, there's absolutely no flash anywhere. I don't know if you can see. There's tiny little nib in there, and there's nothing. It's just, and again, good quality black plastic. Doesn't look to be any flaws. Everything's on the sprue rack. Nothing to complain about. And here we have chrome pieces. Oh yeah, oh this is nice. You can use the chrome ones or you can use the other ones. Okay, that's nice. So if you don't want this chromey stuff, you don't have to worry about stripping it down and etc. etc. Anyways, yeah, and engine parts, mirrors, and there's some engine parts there. This looks like one of the, that might be the supercharger. I don't know. Anyways, okay, there we go. Very nice. Again, no, yeah, flawless. Actually, no. There's some flaws here. I don't know what this is. If it's the gas tank. So might have to do something about that. But yeah, there's some like little bubbles. That's what it looks like. Yeah, they're little bubbles. But everything else is perfect. So, but yeah, I'll have to look at that in the instructions and see if that's going to show up. Or maybe they're the mufflers. No, they're not the mufflers. It's a gas can. Okay. But anyway, okay. Okay, so we got that. And we have the body, which I will take out. Remove the infamous Tamiya Hotchkiss fasteners. And let's take a look and see here. There's a tiny little flaw here. I don't know if you can see it. Is that going to show up? Find it in the right light. No, it's not. Okay. Well, here there's like a little, almost looks like a Mercedes-Benz logo kind of thing. But yeah, it's like a little drop, and so that could probably either be buffed out, but I'm going to do this in the black. So there you go. Not a big issue for me. And good detail. Not much. I mean, there wasn't much detail. It was smooth and sleek. Put it in the other way, Cap. There you go. Okay. Alright, and then we have clear parts. We have very nice... Oh no, that's the plastic. Okay. Very nice windscreen and side windows, all one piece. Tail lights, headlights, little lights, these lights, that lights. I guess there's a little rear window, just a tiny one. Perfect. And we have four vinyl tires. We'll get these out, take a look. They feel pretty good from outside the bag here. It's nice they put the poly things in a separate little bag. And yeah, here we have a very nice, sometimes there's like a thing going down the middle. Not here. Perfect. And the tread runs around the side. Can you see that with my camera? And there's no labeling, but there might be a decal. They feel good. And then we have the final sprue rack here. We have the engine pieces, dashboard, floorboards, seats. Seats are nicely detailed, pretty basic. I mean, it was 1972. And got the chassis. And again, absolutely no flash whatsoever. There's nice detail here on the motor. and a little bit on the door panels. There's some contour there. So all in all, very nice. You know, the battery's just a battery, but it does have the what do you call it? Contact terminals, the posts. So yeah, there you go. Very nice. Oh, and we get some masks. Looks like. Let's take a look and see. It's funny. This one's heat sealed. Come on now. Come on now. Come on, Johnny. Come on. Come on now. Okay. And there we go. Not going to take it out. Don't want to risk scratching it. That's very nice. There's a nice cardboard piece to keep it from bending. It's nickel or silver as opposed to the gold. You know, there's the usual grill parts, brake shoes, whatever. And oh yeah, the infamous, the infamous seat belt. What do you call it? Click, whatever. And yeah, these look like they're. I don't know. We'll see what they are. No. They're. It looks like they're sticker decals for something. We'll find that out. And then we have a nice decal set, which includes a very nice license plate and dashboard decals. Oh joy. There you go. You can use those or not, or as usually works with me, you can try to use those. So that's nice. And then we get the what do we got here? Obviously, these are the seat belts, seat harnesses. And then it looks like we've got, okay, so we got, for the tires, no. Anyways, some kind of, you know, racing kind of stickers. Yeah, seat belts, anyways, okay, we'll see about that. Okay. So it was nice to go to Vancouver for a few days. Well, we actually stayed in North Vancouver, our old stomping ground, where we lived before we moved to the island. And so we got to see some friends, and so that was a lot of fun. It was Mickey's first big, well, yeah, it was her first trip out since we got her in January. And it was her first sea voyage ever, along with car trip. But she was a really good girl all along. And when we got to the hotel, we stay in the same hotel all the time, no matter why we're going there. So they know us really well, and they're pet friendly. They give us a really nice pet friendly room, and you know, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So it very reasonably priced. And although it's in North Vancouver, it was right, you know, if it's 5 minutes from the Lionsgate Bridge. And you know, my appointment was early on Monday morning, and we were right downtown, Burrard Street, St. Paul's Hospital. It only took 15-20 minutes. That was it. No traffic whatsoever. So and again, about half the price of what we'd have paid if we'd have stayed in Vancouver. And they have pet-friendly hotels there too, and there's a couple real nice ones. But boy, they soak you on the parking. Where we stay on the North Shore, it's free parking, and it's cheaper for us to take a taxi down to the hospital and back than it is to pay parking at a downtown place. So, anyways, enough of that. Okay, so yeah, metal air funnels and photo etch parts included. And as always, they have a very nice write-up here. Founder of the world-renowned firm Lotus Cars and the brains behind a string of memorable sports cars, Colin Chapman was searching for a replacement for the Lotus 7 in the early 60s. In 1966, adopting the development concept of an affordable sports car with a base suitable for racing, Lotus brought out the Europa. The Europa's most distinctive features are its unbelievably low body and its midship mounted engine, which at that time was found only on racing cars. As its name implies, and since it was to be released first in Europe, principally in France, the Europa was equipped with an engine and gearbox from the Renault 16. It incorporates a box section Y-shaped backbone frame, which was refined on the Elan, and a polyester body which contributes to weight savings. A stabilizer-mounted double wishbone system comprises the front suspension, and a box-constructed radius arm with a left-right independent lower link makes up the rear. Gotta have a left-right independent lower link for the rear. Yeah, you gotta have that. Alright, Scheller. That's enough. The lightweight body and excellent balance from the midship allows for world-class cornering. After Lotus Europa Series 1, powerful engines were added, and as opposed to the Renault engine. Where were we? Okay. Powerful engines were added, and various refinements were made to its successors. Europa Series 2, Europa Twin Cam, and the last version, this one, released in 1972, the Europa Special. Special features a big valve, 126 horsepower, 1558 cubic centimeter 4-cylinder dual overhead cam engine, 5-speed transmission, alloy wheels, and a body with pinstripes inspired by a famous Formula car livery. The gold pinstripe, would that be Ferrari? Okay, don't get mad at me. I don't know about these things. Lover of sports cars and renowned idea man Colin Chapman created this lightweight sports car masterpiece, the Lotus Europa. There it is. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Screams 1970s. Well, on the cusp. Okay, so let's open her up and see what we got. Excuse me. And the usual Tamiya format. The cautions. They give you the paints required. Recommended tools. Blah, 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 blah. As most car kits, oh, now this is different. What's this? Oh, they talk about the metal transfers. I guess by that they mean the photo etch. Well, let's see. Okay, metal transfers. Oh, those were the. Oh, okay. 1. Cut a round metal transfer using a sharp modeling knife. 2. Remove the metal transfer and transparent film from lining using tweezers. That's what these little guys were. Okay. These are the metal transfers they're talking about, I guess. got the Lotus, and then we've got some other stuff going on here. 3. Place the film and metal transfer into position and rub the metal parts lightly. Carefully peel away the transparent film from model and metal transfer, making sure the metal transfer stays on the model. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, I'm going to have to watch a video on that. Oh, and here they give you the heads up here. Okay, choose between the interiors. Do it up front. A or B. What are you going to do? Okay, which is always good advice. Okay, so yeah, so we've got the, as you know, as I said, with most car models, and here for the chrome, yeah, remove painting from areas to be cemented. That's always good. And yeah, so yeah, assembling the engine. It's not a complicated assembly. Especially for a 124. But anyways, oh yeah, there you go. There are those little stickers that go on the yeah. Okay, we got it together now. Do we, Kev? Okay, and then yeah, and then so then we've got the, you know, as always with Tamiya, you know, they give you the colors to paint, and then we've got the exhaust. Always nicely detailed. Steps not too complicated. Yeah, they've got CA glue for this, obviously, because it's a photo etch. And how those go together. And then we've got the lower arms. They're clear about do not cement, apply instant cement. Doing the front suspension, yes, these wheels will turn, which is always nice. The suspension on the, well, to me it does this so well. The suspension on the Lotus was just beautiful, on the Lotus 7, and excuse me, I should say not the suspension but the steering. Yeah, I mean it's you know, it's a pretty genius kind of thing. And so anyways, this is where I'm at with it, and since we're here, this turned out beautiful. I did the striping myself, thank you very much. This is where I ran into trouble. It all blistered. So anyways, but now that I'm looking at it again, I think I did a pretty good job so far, actually. Now that I'm looking at it again, oh, I was so disappointed. I just couldn't get this nose cone done properly. You can see there's all sorts of junk in there. Oh, it was terrible. So anyways, I'll have to continue to paint the stripe. It's actually not as bad as I thought. So either that or I've lowered my standards, which is entirely possible. So anyways, yeah, it's not so bad after all, now that I'm looking at it again. So anyways, we'll figure it all out. But yeah, to me it just does just a beautiful job on the suspension. And yeah, I'll have to get back to that quickly. Huh. There we go. So yeah, they do a really good job on this, and it works, but it's not too super complex, so that's very nice. And I mean, this isn't like a super high-end model anyways. Like I said, $56. So looks like I'm getting my money's worth, but you know, it's not like your $200-300. Oh, and the other one was the Terrell P34. that had nice. That was really complex, but it was fun. Got to get back to that too. Yeah. So okay. So we're gonna go through here. Come on, Steve. You're starting to ramble. Got the rear suspension. Dropping in the motor. This will be the. Yeah, that's the muffler. And it's chrome. So only one of those flawed parts will show up. So I'll think about what to do about that. Now, speaking of chrome, no, I'm not going to bring that up. Well, I might as well. I watched a creator who I trust, and I wish I could remember who it was. I think it might have been Happy Guys, but I'm not sure. About what's the best rattle can spray chrome, and he tested 7 or 8 different ones from 3 or 4 different manufacturers, and Revell seemed to have the best. So I'm not recommending it. I'm just saying, if you're looking for a chrome paint, take a look at the Revell. He demonstrated it, and it clearly was the chromiest chrome and the most authentic looking, went on beautifully, etc., etc., etc. So there you go. Okay, so yeah, and so then we got all the little bits that go into the chassis. We got the battery and the is this the windshield washer thing? No, I'm just, yeah. And then and the wheels go on. Oh, this is fuel tank. So that's kind of weird. The open part faces out. So I guess the flaws on the inside there don't really matter because you're not going to see them. Anyways, it's unlike Tamiya to blotch like that. Anyways, so yeah, and then there's the carburetor. Goes on last for some reason, as far as the engine assembly goes. And then we get into the joys of the photo etch buckles, seat buckles. Yeah, I tried that on the Lotus. No, 3mm, can't do it. Not this old goat. Sorry. And to be honest with you, I'm not crazy about the sticker harnesses either. To be honest with you, I'd rather just paint up the seats nicely. It's my model, and I can do what I want. Okay, yeah, and then we've got the seat back, and then we got the detailing for the dash and the steering column. All the little decals. And this is where the Tamiya, what do you call it? Somewhat thicker decals are your friend. I don't mind them. Some people have a problem with them, but you know, I'm just not. I grew up with them. I'm comfortable with them. Yes, sometimes they need softener, but I can't think of a time where a Tamiya decal broke on me, unless it was me being an idiot. Anyways, okay, and then the steering column and dashboard assembly goes in. They give you the detailing on the door panel here on the interior, and then we got the shifter. Oh, I like that shifter. Yeah. Yeah, then there is a little rear window, and then there's some photo etch for the grill. blah 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 blah. What is that? Metal tells you where to put the metal transfer. Oh, there's metal transfer for the mirror, which is kind of cool. Yeah. Okay. And then they show you. Not only did they tell you at the beginning, now they're showing you how to do it. They even show you a little picture with the hobby knife peeling it off. Anyways, yeah, and so then all the little DVDs. Then the body goes on top of the chassis, and then we get the final doodads, as I like to call them. The tail lights, the headlights. To me, it does great with the headlights, you know, so that to make them look realistic. And then, of course, there's always the clear, the Tamiya clear that you can put on. And then we got more metal transfers here for the mirrors. Oh, that's what they are. Yeah, they're for the mirrors. Yeah, so very nice. Yeah, I like that. And then we've got the rear stowage space. I guess that's what it is. Behind the engine, it is a mid-engine. And then we've got the hood, which I think when it's a mid and rear engine like this, I think they call it a hood, not a bonnet. I think it's only a bonnet at the front. Any of my British friends can help me out about that? Yeah. Anyways, okay. Yeah, there you go. And then, of course, there's attaching the rear wing. Now, I suppose if you're not going to put this on, then you're going to have to fill these in. And paint over them. Yeah. Actually, I'm a little surprised they don't ask you to drill the holes to make it optional. But anyways, okay. Okay, and then we've got the decaling. This, these pinstripe decals will be a challenge. Gonna have to make sure it ain't a shaky day doing that. But they really look beautiful. Here's some of the metal transfers. Lotus at the back. And, oh, what a beautiful looking car, eh? And, yeah, and then we've got all the different decals. There's no decals for the tires, but there's a decal for I guess it's a Lotus decal for the hub. Good luck with that, Cap. And of course the license plate. And they give a little note here about painting the Lotus Europa Special. The Lotus Europa Special made its debut in 1972 and came in black, red, white, light blue, and yellow body colors. Lower body sides were silver, and all of the cars were finished with thin gold pinstripes. This instruction manual introduces 3 of the main color schemes. Please refer to the instruction manual for painting of details such as engine, suspension, and interior. So that's a very nice. And then, of course, they give you details on the decal application, how to apply the decals, and the usual different part numbers and things like that, aftermarket service stuff. And there you go. So, And yeah, so I mean, come on, doesn't that just suck? I don't want to get in trouble, but yeah. when when we were teens, we used to say that sucks the big wang, man. Sucks the big wang, and it had nothing to do with homosexuality. At least we didn't think it did. But anyways, it's a big wang. Yeah, sucks a big wang. Lovely kit. Worth about what I paid for it, as far as I'm concerned. Well, yeah, pretty good value considering the metal transfers you get. And even though I'm not a fan of them and I don't really use them, the sticker seat belts, photo etch, yeah, photo etch is going to be useful and that you're going to see mostly. So I got no complaints about that. Viewers will know, subscribers will know. All 582 of you now, thank you very much. Not a big fan of photo etch, as many aren't. Especially if you're not going to see it, or then they turn around in the instructions and tell you to paint it over anyway. So I suppose it's good for some kind of contour or whatever, if you want to do that kind of thing, but okay, if that's your thing, do what you want to do, as the song used to say. It's your thing, do what you want to do. I can't even remember what product that was for, but the song sticks in my head. Okay, so that's it for tonight. Here we are. So thanks for watching. I appreciate everybody's time, always. And it's a valuable thing. And to spend some of it with me and my channel is very gratifying. I really appreciate it. So thanks again. Hope to see you again real soon. I don't think there'll be any kits coming down the River Amazon or anywhere else. I'm pretty much, well, my wife's pretty much at her limit, put it that way. But there's lots of works in progress, and so there'll be a lot of, I'm going to do a video on stuff that's underway, and, I'm kind of excited now about that Lotus 7. It's not going to be perfect, but I think it's going to look pretty good when I'm all done. So, yeah. So, thanks for joining me again, and we will see you next time. Bye now.